Yes, sir.
Link mila hai. I am also from first semester.
No. This is semester 2 class.
Yeah, this is semester 2 class is going on.
But sir, we have got the link this one.
Maybe.
You just type in your group that this link is of class semester 2. Because all semesters are having English in this same time, 3:30 to 7.
But this was shared in our group, this links.
Okay, so I think
we'll check again.
You have to ask to Jaiswal sir. Otherwise, maybe because the syllabus is almost the same in first semester as well as in second semester, that's why they might have shared this same link. Okay, do you have
semester 1 is very much easier than this.
Correct. Do you have first semester students? Do you have this Bharadwaj book? It is specifically mentioned there also in the first chapter only. Salient features of the Ayurvedic acupressure. In that point number 9 up to the point number 14, they have mentioned the same syllabus, but it is not in elaborate. It's a small definitions only. So whatever it may be, you can just hear this. These are the same syllabus. You can hear much more here in the second semester class. Okay. Book? So this is it is from Charak 1.
No, sir. I am from first semester. So where I can find it?
Yeah, you can find it on the Bharadwaj book. In Bharadwaj book.
Page number, sir?
Yeah, from page number 8 onwards.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So again, they have divided this element into the two types, like a Sendriya, that is a dravyas with Indriya senses are called Chaitanya living, and Nirendriya. We will not go in that deeper because we don't have that in our syllabus. We only have this current Karana dravyas, that is causative elements, all 10 elements we have studied. Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, Kaal, Disha, Man and Atma. Okay, so this is our syllabus. Now come to the second point, that is function, karma. On page number 30. Okay. Karma cheshtim uchyate. Efforts are known as karma. Deeds or function is called as karma. So karma is known by movement. Movement. Any action or any movement does the karma. So for karma, to do some karma, we required action or movement. That's why it is mentioned karma is known by movement, which brings about separation of the old union and making a new union. Means I have to take one substance from here and I have to put that in a second place. So this is the disunion from the first place and the union with the second place. That is karma. So karma is defined by the movements. So they have mentioned the 5 types of different movements. Which are they? That is Utshepan, Avakshepan, Akunchanam, Prasaranam, and Gamanam. So we will see that in a detail. Utshepan means moving upside. The movement of the body parts involving moving away from lower level towards the upper level. That is against the gravity is called as Utshepan. Okay. This is the one movement from lower side to upper side. This is first movement, Utshepan. The second movement is Avakshepan, moving downwards, the union with lower levels and departing from higher level. That is called as a Avakshepan. Then third is Akunchan, means contraction. The activity which brings about contraction in body parts is called as a Akunchan. Akunchan, Prasaran, we know that. Prasaran, expansion. The activity of body, its parts to expand. to expand. Like lungs, they are contracting and expanding. Lungs has that activity. Then heart, contracting, expanding. Okay, so akunchan and prasaran, contraction, expansion. And the last is fifth movement is gamana. Gamana means multi-directional movement, everywhere. Our limbs can move anywhere, any direction, upper, lower, left, right, anywhere. That is multi-direction. So movement in an indefinite direction place is known as a gaman. It is also of many types. Then brahmana, wandering, rechana, to remove, niruhana, to stop, anuvasana, move along with, and kiryagamana, spiral movement. Kiryagamana means spiral movement. These are the movement types of movements only. 5 basic types of the movements. And again, in the gamanam, multi-direction, they have defined 5 again different types, subtypes. We will not go in that much detail because this is just a philosophical class. Means we have to understand the each and every movement or each and every function or karma of any element. So according to that element is defined. We will see later Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi, Akash. These elements are having these types of movements. We will come to know that in due course. So on page number 31, they have mentioned karma, function. Karma or activity is the root cause behind all unions and separations. Karma is dependent on dravya, element. The duty of doing is known as karma. The duty of doing is known as karma. Okay, so they have mentioned here one example about suppose we are eating something, bolus, then that goes downwards. It's a movement of the downward movement of the bolus. Then it goes into the stomach, some digestive enzymes secrete, then it converts into the catabolism and anabolism, which is respectively perform the activity of division and combination. Okay, because bolus is divided into the small particles. That is a catabolism, and again anabolism. That is the enzymes are mixed with the every particle of the bolus. That is anabolism. Okay, then we will come to the third point, that is attributes, guna. What are the gunas in elements? The substance which is inseparable and dependent, which remains inactive but still acts as the for activities, is known as attribute, guna. That is the attribute or character. That is the guna of an element. Okay, that is the cause for activity, but it itself does not participate in the activity. For example, they have mentioned lung, stomach, heart, or any other organ are made up of one or the other membrane. This is called the covering of the residence organ. It comes under the category of Akash element. All the coverings of all the organs is called under the Akash Tattva, Akash element. Among the other attributes, softness is also an attribute. When in the opposite organs some fluid is filled, then these organs, due to their elasticity, take the shape of accordingly. So that there is a again expansion, contraction happens. Thus, for example, if the lungs membrane did not have elasticity, then during inhalation and exhalation of breath, expansion and contraction of lungs would not have been feasible and they would have been damaged. That's why these are the properties, the gunas, contraction, expansion, and all that, movements. Okay, now we will see the attributes, guna, and the functions, karma of the elements on page number 32. It is given in the tabular form. Each and every of 5 elements, space, air, fire, water, earth, all are having their attributes and functions. They are mentioned. See in the first, space. Attributes, which are the attributes? Space is having softness, lightness, subtle and smooth, and its energy is sound. At the same time, we have to see the functions of the space. What are the functions? Softness, porosity, permeability, and lightness. So porosity and permeability, these are the functions. Porosity, porous. Okay. Like air element is having attributes light. Air is a light, cold, dry, rough, transparent, subtle, and touch. It's its energy. Function of air is dryness, fatigue, thoughts wandering, transparency, and lightness. Okay, you can read out this all the functions and attributes. Attributes is the qualities, characters, and functions of every element. Now, in these functions or attributes, we will see the commonness and the specificness. What is the common and specific? The fourth and fifth point of this common and specific, Samanya and Vishesh. If we will, for example, if we will see every country in the cosmos, there are so many countries. So country is the common thing in all, common thing. But India is a specific. Indian culture is a specific. So name of one particular country is a specific. It comes under specific quality. And commonness is, it's one of the country. That is commonness. But India is a specific. It's a name. Now, just like there are so many living entities are there in the cosmos. So many living entities like dogs, rats, cats, everything, and human species. But human species is specific. Among all the species, human species is specific. So this is the difference between common and specific. So many people are there. Means 10 boys are standing in a line. 10 boys are there. Boys is their commonness. They are all are boys. But there is one specific boy, Ram, who has a very nice quality. Ram has a wonderful quality. So that is a specific. So among all the boys, Ram is having other qualities, some different qualities. So it is a Ram. He's a name. He's a specific Ram, like that. So this is the difference between common and specific. We will define that. The common is the cause of unity and the specific is the cause of separation. See, common is the unity. Means all are the boys. Boys are coming, standing in a line, 10 boys. All are coming under one. They are unitedly they are standing in a line. That is unity. So commonness causes the unity, and the Ram, when we say this Ram is having different qualities. So that particular name is a specific. So specific, when we reach to the specific quality, it causes the separation from other boys, other 9 boys, like that. So specific cause the separation and commonness cause the unity. Okay. Then on page number 33, common. This establishes uniformity and similarity among all elements. For example, man, animals, birds, trees, plants are all living beings as they all are with energy or life. So energy is a common in all living beings. Hence similarity is manifested in all. Now specific. Opposite of common is specific. This distinguishes one element from another. For example, man, animals, bird, trees are all elements and all are living beings, but they all are different from one another based on their functions and attributes, form and shape. This is the specificity now. For the knowledge and identification of an element, both common and specific attributes act complementary to each other. They should not be considered as opposite to each other. Actually, they are opposite, but still they are together. They are together with each other. They are complementary to each other. For example, if a person is suffering from vertigo, vertigo can be due to any cause, like anemia is having vertigo. Then cervical spondylosis. There is some patients in cervical spondylosis, they are suffering from vertigo. Insomnia, sleep disorders, brain disorders, degeneration of any tissue. All kind of diseases, patient has a common symptom, that is vertigo. But by the definition of different diagnosis of different diseases, we'll come to know why this vertigo is there. So this is a specificity. Because of cervical spondylosis, this patient is having vertigo. Because of brain disorders, this patient is having vertigo. So vertigo is common, but the specific is a different disease. Okay. Now they have mentioned the 20 specific attributes of elements. There are 20 specific attributes and 10 common attributes they have defined. Each and every element has these 20 specific attributes and 10 common attributes. Now, this is a generally Viva question, or any in exam you will be asked like this. Which are the 20 specific attributes of elements? So we should remember in a very nice series like heavy, light means Laghu Guru, Guru Laghu. Then soft, hard, Mridu, Kathin. Third and fourth is subtle, gross, or micro and macro. That is a Sukshma and a Sthul. Okay. Then transparent, adhesive means Vishak and Pichil, sticky. Then dry and slippery, Ruksha and Snigdha. Then hot and cold, Ushna and Shita. Rough and smooth, Hara, Slakshna. Active and passive, or fast and slow, or Tikshna and Manda. Now, mobile and stable, Sar, Sthir. And rarefied and dense, Drava and Sandhi. These are the 10 groups actually. This is the opposite words. You can remember like this. 20 attributes. Now 10 common attributes of elements. We have to remember this by serial wise, like method separation means yukti and pratakatva, distant, near, combination, categorization, number, measurement, and practice, culture, or effort and nature. That is yukti, pratakatva, par apar, sanyog, vibhag, sankhya, parimap, abhyas, and sanskar. This just we have to remember the names and the descriptive. What about that terms is mentioned in on the next page. That is page number 34. Now we will see first heavy and light. What is meant by heavy and light? Now we will see lightness or heaviness. At the first glance, the element which appear thin or thick are termed respectively as light and heavy. So it is given, for example, a particle of a sugar means sugar, one sugar, one particle of a black paper are called heavy and light respectively. Particle of a sugar is a heavy, and as the comparison, black paper's particle is a light. So these are the elements, but one is a heavy, and that in that comparison, black paper's particle is a light. So heavy and light. So eating heavy food produces heaviness in the body, and eating light foods brings slimness to the body. Another view is of a non-manifested relationship of the father and son. It's a higher, heavy, and lower, lighter energy. Okay, father is a heavy, and the lighter energy is the sun, like that. So it is called as a guru and lagu. Heavy is a guru, and light is a lagu. So which are the elements? Which are the heavy elements in our 5 elements?
Earth is the heavy elements, space is the light.
Yeah, wonderful. Light is a Vayu, Agni, Akash, these all space, then Vayu, air, and fire. These are the Lagu or light elements. And heavy elements are Prithvi and Jal. Jal is also heavy. Yeah? Prithvi is completely heavy. So again, the second point, mobile and stable. Mobile and stable, gati and sthirata. So in every internal property of mobility or stability can be identified in several ways. Actually, mobility represents consciousness and life, whereas stability represents inertness and rigidity. Okay.
So can we say tree and other species who can move around?
Tree and
Sthira, and mobile is animals or us.
Bird.
yeah.
Bird.
Tree is also mobile actually. some elements are having both the qualities. This tree is a stable, but at the same time it is having this mobile also, because it's a branches, twigs, and leaves and flowers. They are mobile. No? Means some qualities are like even jal. Jal is means jal means water. Water is a sthir. It is in the pond. It is a stable. But if the water is in the river, it has a mobility, gati. So some elements are having 50-50%, means both the qualities they are included. Like they have mentioned, you can see represent the mental Vayu has a speed and mobility, and earth there is prominence of stability. Fire there is a partly mobility, and in water there is a partly stability. Correct? Fire is partly mobility, and in the water there is partly stability. Stable and mobile, both the qualities are there in water, like that. If Agni or this fire is going on in some gas stove, so it's a stable almost. But fire in a jungle, it is mobile. It's going everywhere, like. So it is mentioned in one example there also. Blood circulation, fast or slow, will present serious symptoms of a disease. Whereas in a vomiting or diarrhea, main treatment is to stabilize the movement of the stool. They have mentioned the stability and the mobility of the different elements, and how to see it in a diseases, and how to treat that, because on that basis only treatment will be provided. Okay, this is the mobile and stability, this specific qualities. Now third is a cold and hot. See, cold and hot, it is mentioned there, substance element is recognized from its clinical report qualifying it as acidic or alkaline, which indirectly reflects its a cold or hot attribute. Each hormone and enzyme is mainly accepted as a hot element. But even here, some enzymes like pancreatic juices being of a cold nature have been classified in the cold attribute. The attribute of an alkaline substance is a cold, and acidic substance attribute is a hot. Okay, that's why the homeostasis is balancing is happening in the body. Okay, then it is mentioned about the temperament. There's a cold in a temperament and a lack of a coldness. Some patients are having cold temperament. Some patients are having hot temperament. Means who is easily angered, having hot temperament, like that. It is just to differentiate. Now the fourth, dry and slippery. Both these attributes are very important from physical and metaphysical point of view of treatment. Normally, by merely touching the skin, one can judge the slimminess and dryness. Okay, slippery and dryness. Some patients are having oily skin. It's a slimming or slippery, and some patients are having dry skin. Itching is there, prominent, so dry skin. In normal course, a straightforward speaker is termed as a dry, and a flatter speaker is termed as a slimy, slippery. The synovial fluid in the joints comes in the category of lubricant, is a slippery. When this property is affected, then cracking sound comes from the joint. In the old age, cracking sound comes from the joints. That is a dryness. Okay. So these are some examples they have mentioned here about the stool, lubricated stool, and in constipation, stool is a dry. In a diarrhea, the stool is a slippery. Like that. But generally, dry quality is there in a Agni and Vayu element, and slippery is a jal. You have seen there in that table also. You can identify which elements belongs to which qualities. Okay, then fifth, rough and smooth. That is a khar and sluction. This is connected with lubrication and hence it clears resistance. For example, sattu, roasted gram flour and water combined to make a product soluble, and this liquid is called smooth. The dry flour cannot produce roti or chapati. So rough and smooth, that is the differentiating point. You just have to mug up this all the qualities of the elements, but you have to remember the actual names, rough and smooth, and just to differentiate this both the qualities. A compromising type of a person is not called a slippery person, and this smooth character is due to the nature of a non-resistance habit. It's a reverse makes a person irritable and uncompromising due to this ruggedness, crookedness of bones and a person's behavior takes place. They mentioned some examples according to our mindset, our nature, our diseases come like. Then 6, fast and slow. This is also specific qualities. Fast, tivra, manda, slow. For example, each acidic substance is violent and fast, and an alkaline element is a slow in chemical reaction. Okay, then the next is subtle and gross. Each element is a combination of both subtle and gross. Each element is recognized by its form and activity. Body is the gross and soul is subtle. Soul is the cause of vitality in every element. For example, the atom of Akash is, the form of Akash is expansive and being all pervasive. This vitality is present in a subtle form. Physical is a gross and metaphysical is a subtle. So subtle and gross. Which is a subtle and which is gross in amongst the 5 elements? Can you imagine? Gross is a, we can see that, no? We can see that.
Earth and water gross.
Yeah, earth and water.
The 5 elements are gross and the metaphysical elements are subtle.
Correct. That is also differentiating point. But amongst the
But
5 gross elements,
Vayu is and Akash are subtle.
yeah, correct. Akash is a subtle, Vayu is also subtle. Then next, 8 is the sticky and transparent. Sticky is a pichal and visual, transparent. Now, according to Ayurveda, every element normally bears clear, sticky qualities, but in water and earth, these qualities are especially apparent. Secretions from every hole are full of clear and sticky qualities. Example, watery sneezing from nose is a sign of good health. Secretion is sticky and it needs treatment. Even if the in cold, suffering cold, some patient is suffering cold and he is a watery secretion, transparent watery secretion from his nose. After 2-3 days, it will go on its own. But it becomes thick. Thick means what? It becomes yellowish, greenish discharge from the nose. That indicates the infective stage of disease. That is infections. So infection requires some treatment. It will not go its own. It will require some treatment. But normal cold, it will go on its own account. Like when your immunity will be boosted, it will go. Within 2-3 days, it goes like that. So this is a sticky and transparent. Now on the next page, 38, soft and hard, mrudu and kathor. Okay. In the identification of elements, for example, hardness, softness of water, hardness of earth, softness, roughness of a sky, that is mentioned already, which element belongs to what, is to be thought of. Soft attributes of water make it useful and its hardness makes it useless. Hardness of water makes it useless and softness useful. Attribute of earth is basically hard, but the elements prior to it have predetermined attributes. So the quantity of hardness in earth element keeps varying, continuously varying in earth. Okay, so it is given in the next paragraph, but as 30% of water is present in the bones, Various small and big bones in the body are present in the form of earth or parthiv to balance its structure. But as 30% of water is present in, so they are not so hard that they may lose their active nature. Parthiv earth element starts increasing in the bones. Then osteo bone cells increase, and when the water element increases, then osteoporosis occurs. Same thing. Softness and hardness of the bones is mentioned here. Now the next is a dense and rarefied. Identification of element is their specific attributes and influenced by their dominance of different specific gravity. Each attribute of dense and rarefied are complementary to each other. Based on these attributes, the diagnosis and treatment is made easier. For example, a standard density is known for the excretions. Yeah, everything, even urine, stool, any secretions from the body has some specific measurement through which, on the laboratory reports, you can see the specific gravity is mentioned. So dense and rarefied. So amongst these 5 elements, which is a dense and which is a rarefied? Prithvi is a dense, no? Prithvi is dense and Jal is a rarefied. Jal or water. Okay. These are the 20 specific qualities or attributes of element. Now we will see 10 common attributes in the element. First is a combination or sanjog. Each element originates independently, but elements in combination with other elements only ensure that the order of creation continues. The basis of the entire creation is the combination of Brahma and living being. Combination. According to Ayurveda, living being is a combination of body and soul. So body and soul together forms a living entity. Body and soul. This is combination. That's why living entity is having an energy, vitality, manifests because of a combination in between body, sense organs, mind and soul. Both are combinedly present. That's why there is energy, vitality manifests because of the combination of these all the things. So this is called as a combination. Okay. Even in the next paragraph on 39th number page, they have mentioned combinations little bit to understand what is meant by combination. So they have mentioned at the initial level, some normal symptoms of a disease appear which look very ordinary, but these reflect such a wide range of elements which can be understood by a few examples. At one place, the Eastern philosophy, on the basis of the combination principle, considers the activeness and functional abilities of the body for treatment in a holistic manner. The Western philosophy considers each individual's organ's activity and functions as a separate from the one organ others. Like there are different doctors for different elements. Like a cardiologist is there who will look after only your heart problems. You don't know about your kidney problems. The urologist doctor will know urinary problems. That's why in the Western philosophy, there is a specific doctors, the speciality for the special systems of diseases, disease of special systems. But in Ayurveda or the Eastern philosophy or Ayurvedic philosophy, this Ayurvedic acupressure, we don't have such type. Any combination or permutation, any disease, any symptoms patient will come, we can treat, no problem. On the basis of combination, because we have combinedly seen all the body structure are made up of the 5 elements, combination of 5 elements. That's why we can treat all types of diseases, whether it is urinary, whether it is cardiac, whether it is lung related, respiratory, genitourinary, anything we can treat, because we are seeing the individuals, all the body parts and his whole body and his, because it's a togetherness, combination of body, all the parts, the soul, energy, or sense organs, everything we are combinedly seeing the patient. So this is mentioned there on the basis of combination. Now, and that's why we are saying, we say in India, the Vasudhaivam Kutumbakam, the concept of Vasudhaivam Kutumbakam, one whole world as one family. Combination. Now, in the last paragraph on 39th page number, they have given one example of mathematical science. The primary numbers from 0 to 9 has been considered and are based on their expansions. Expansion of primary numbers. See, 0 to 9, then 10, 11, 12, up to 19, then 20, 21, 22, 29, then 30, 31, 32, 39. It goes on. One thing I will explain you, the infinity. The primary numbers are from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to infinity. So, can anybody tell me about infinity, the meaning of infinity? Infinity means infinity. There is no limit. Okay. But I can prove you some infinity is having some limit. Can you explain how infinity having some limit? How it is explained? Means some infinity is a small and some infinity is a big. Can you define this in mathematics? Infinite is infinite. There is no limit at all. But I can prove some infinity than the other infinity in comparison. How it is possible?
Probably it is your
Is it
ability
possible?
to think. Probably it is your ability to think.
Yeah, but it's a truth actually. Means I can prove. You have to you will recommend that also. Can you give one example? Okay, I will tell you one thing.
It is
See,
like
there are numbers. What?
it is like how much I can count. Probably you will be able to count much more. So my infinity at my level and your infinity will be above than that. I think it is in that way.
Okay, no, infinity means infinity. There is no limit, upper limit. See, for example, in mathematics, the same example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's infinity. Okay. Numbers are infinite. Infinity. So now we will see the second possibility. Odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, then 15, up to infinity. Okay. Then the third example, or even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, up to infinity. So which infinity is greater than which infinity?
No, sir.
Odd
Actually,
number, even number, the infinity of odd numbers and even number is smaller than the primary numbers, no? Infinity.
no, sir. Sir,
Okay.
what you are classifying is a part of an infinity. It is not really an infinity. Because
Okay.
beyond infinity, there is nothing. That's why it is infinity.
Yeah,
So
but
whatever we are calculating, whatever you are defining is a part of it.
Yeah, correct. But in comparison, in the three examples, which
Yeah.
infinity is greater? The first one.
First
In
one.
comparison, in three examples only.
Yes, that is true.
And odd and even numbers infinity is smaller than the first
Yes.
one.
That is true.
Yeah. And what they want to say here in page number 40 here, any one number, if any one number is missing from this primary, all the numbers, then this whole sequence will be invalid. Correct? If any one number is missing. So togetherness or combination should be there. So combination or Sahyog quality defines here. Okay. Then we will go to the second quality, the common attribute, that is separation. Prithakatva. Separation, the absence of combination factor results in separation. The simple definition. The absence of combination factor results in a separation. The body is created as a result of combination with the soul, then it is also true that it's a separation with soul makes the body lifeless. Means one, it is combination, body and soul is combinedly presents the living entity, and once the soul goes from the body, means separation happens, then the body is lifeless. So it is eternal truth that combination is the cause of separation. Means once it is combined, combination happens, then separation will happen. Then in the next paragraph, combination results in an activity of creation, but during creation, due to the property of separation of an element, some useful and some non-useful substances get separated. Like the body wants to use the useful elements and remove those which are not useful, and these are excreted out of the body in the form of waste, and thus body element is relieved. Like excreta, waste product, urine, stool, that is separated from our body because it's not useful for our body. Okay, even surgery, it is mentioned about the surgery here. In fact, if this attribute and element of is recognized, then there is no need of surgery. Actually, if body is removing, separating the useful elements from, there should not be any use of surgery. So surgery is against the sequence of nature. Even in the next paragraph, they have mentioned similarly, it has been seen that by acupressure, gallbladder stones also break down and is excreted out. So much so that in case of paralysis, some brain cells become in fact inactive, but by applying pressure magnets at some acupoints, the patient gets substantial relief. There is no need of surgery. If some nowadays we are in my practice since last 20 years, I'm practicing. I have seen so many patients here. They are coming to me for special consultation. Some specialists have told them you are having 2-3 stones in your gallbladder, so immediately you have to remove your gallbladder. The surgeons told them, but there is no need actually. By acupressure, by Ayurvedic acupressure or this TCM, we can break all the stones of gallbladder and we can remove it very easily. Okay, in the last 3 lines, they have mentioned toxins get separated and excreted, and iron produce useful specific bioelements. This clearly indicates that separation, combination, and division are extremely important attributes of the elements. Okay, then next is division, third element, third common property. Division. And first, an element divides into a molecule and then again into the atoms. This is a very common property actually, division of, see on the page number 43, each organ is also divided into sub-organs, parts and cells. In our body also, we can see one particular system, suppose a cardiorespiratory system. It has so many organs. The lungs is there, in lungs venules are there, arterioles are there, then trachea, bronchioles, alveoli, so different parts. The structure of a minute cell is possible only due to this division. So there is a division, further division. Means one trachea is there, then it is further divided into 2 parts. The right side and the left side bronchi. Then bronchi. They are again divided into 2 sides. So division, further divisions. Like even heart. Heart is having 4 chambers. Division. One heart is having 4 chambers. Like a division is there. Then fourth attribute is method, yukti. Yukti means medicine. Yukti means medicine, any medicine. In allopathy, it is the form of chemicals. Medicine is in the form of chemicals in allopathy. In Ayurveda, the medicine are formed in the herbs and roots. But we have only one medicine, and that is bioenergy or vitality, energy. Acupoints of soul and acupoints of body are such medicines that are part of God and are such energy points which produce effects similar to those created by the necessary chemicals and herbs roots. Means whatever chemicals, molecules, allopathic medicines, whatever these Ayurvedic medicines will do, that we can do with the help of just a slight pressure of the magnet or the seeds on the bioenergy. Okay, so this is about the yukti or method. Method means medicine. Now on the next page, 44, distant and near, par apar, nazdik or lamba, distant and near. Although simple in speaking and listening, yet it is a very important concept. Par implies distant and apar implies to near. Earlier, it has been discussed that the infinite concept helps in attaining the knowledge of both the cosmos and the human body. It has also been stated that infinite units exist due to the combination of principle of elements. Now, keeping one molecule next to another and so on, the first molecule vertically in straight line. Suppose we are keeping one molecule after another in a vertical line, then first molecule is apart, it's a distant, is a par, distant from the last molecule. But if we will arrange that in a circular manner, then first molecule is near or apart, near to the last molecule. Of element. Okay, in the last paragraph, they have extremely near from the holistic approach. This results in a thought process which is a great formula in our lives. And sometimes we see that in our personal lives, we treat our neighbors like a close family members and are likely to be indifferent with the distant strangers. With a balanced discipline concept of distant and near, it becomes clear that from one point of view, what we consider distant becomes extremely near. The next point is measurement. Now it's very simple. It's simple to measure each element. Each element can be measured. Now we have seen in physics, there is a one instrument which is called as vernier caliper. We can measure the smallest thing with that also. So for measurement, number and measurement, sankhya and parimap, these are very important qualities. So such, see in the last 3 lines, therefore in relation to the 10 elements, the concept of number and measurement has great relevance. In science, there are instruments for measurement of a solid, liquid and gas. Measurement of a space, speed of air, distance or direction of earth, water or smallest soul. For all these subjects, the attribute of number measurement are equally applicable. Do you know there is a measurement for soul also? It is mentioned in, I have read in Bhagavad Gita as it is. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, the measurement of a soul. So they have mentioned the measurement of soul. It is the 100th part. No, it's a 10 into 10 means 100 part, and again into 10 means 1000th part of the tip of a hair. It is mentioned there. Keshasya agrabhagasya. It is mentioned there. The tip of a hair, that much is the of a soul. It is given in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. One special verse is there. So measurement is there for soul also. Okay, then measurement, for measurement, there are various examples are given in on page number 45, then 46. You can see there. Passing stool 2 times in a day. That is a measurable. Means parimap is there. Then urination for 4 to 5 times in a male and 6 to 7 times in a female. This is a normal value. Reproduction age up to the 77 years for the males and 55 years for the females has been specified. Now the 4 liters of a food is taken per day, then 3/4 of should be liquid form and 1/4 of the solid. 3 liters of the water should be taken in a day. These are some parimaps, measurements. Now in that we will see biological clock. You must have seen in a first semester Bharadwaj, biological clock, Ayurveda biological clock. That you know in detail, na? The Ayurvedic bio clock. It is mentioned in one diagram.
Yes, sir.
So we will go ahead directly. You know that all the things. No? So because biological clock, the main timings are from 12 midnight up to 8 a.m. That is a Vata time especially. So early 4 hours means 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. This is a Vata time. Then 2 hours Vata Pitta, and next 2 hours 6 to 8 is the Vata Kapha. Then from 8 a.m. up to 4 p.m. in the evening. This is the Pitta time mostly. So first 2 hours 8 to 10 is a Pitta Vata. Then Pitta from 10 to 2, and then 2 to 4, the 2 hours are Pitta Kapha. And the next 8 hours, like from evening 4 p.m. up to night 12 a.m. that is a Kapha hours. So first 2 hours 4 to 6 is a Kapha Vata, then 6 to 8 2 hours a Kapha Pitta, and the later 4 hours are 8 to 12 a.m. that is Kapha. This you know, no? Vata Pitta Kapha. And according to that, they have mentioned the timing of the digestion, what time we have to eat, what time we have to go for the to pass the stool, and all the things. So whose digestion is slow, they have to eat. Then the next quality is a practice and habit, abhyas and sanskar. Okay, practice and habit are those attributes which are present in non-manifested, invisible form. With the help of practice, habit of each element is decided whether it is physical or metaphysical. So they have mentioned mental diseases are dependent on Raja, materialistic, and Tama, evil. Again, that Raja and Tama they have mentioned. Mental elements are based on human weakness of lust, anger, arrogance, greed, jealousy, ill will, etc. A continuous practice of a Sattva and treatment on acupoints of a Disha, Mana, soul, one can achieve control on these ill-natured bad habits. That is the treatment part. For treatment part, this practice and habit is very important. Okay. Yeah. Now on page number 48, they have mentioned, Agrawal sir has mentioned this during the last 8 to 10 years, we have seen several patients whose illness could not be cured despite of all the therapies. Such karmic elements, illness due to wrong deeds, are not cured by any therapy, but rather they destroy the legacy of that treatment methods also. These elements can be controlled if the sins of the related patient is eliminated, and this is feasible by knowledge, gyan, and meditation, tapa. This has been elaborated in the following shloka. So they have mentioned how to release our past bad habits or bad deeds. Because some patients are having some diseases which are incurable by any therapy. And I have seen even in my practice, I have seen since last 20 years, I am seeing some patients are incurable. Acupressure, Ayurvedic Acupressure, TCM, any therapy we can try, but that patient is incurable. That disease is incurable because of some past curable. It's disease curable. So Agrawal sir has mentioned specifically, it is the sins of the related patient is eliminated, and that is elimination happens with the knowledge, gyan, and meditation, tapa. So until and unless some patients do some upavas or fasting for some special days, this Thursday, Saturday, or sometime Ekadashi day, some fasting should be there. Involuntary means voluntary acceptance of inconveniences in one's life. That is sacrifices he has to do. Then his karma will go out. Then his disease will be cured. Some diseases, some patients will come in your practice like this. Okay. So this is one point. And the last point in today's session is a samvai or togetherness. Before that, he has mentioned 2 shlokas here. We will see that. We have time. Nirdishtam daiva shabdena karmayat paurva daihikam hetus tadapi kalena roganam upalabhyate. The deeds or activities done in the past life are termed as daiva, bhagya or destiny. This destiny has also been found to be a causative factor of many illnesses of this life. So this is mentioned in this verse. And the next is nahi karma mahat kichit phalam yasya na bhujyate kriyagna karma jaroga prashamam yanti lakshayat tatkshayat. There is no such small or big deed or action whose reaction one has not to face. Means every action has equal and opposite reaction. Means the Newton's third law is completely proved here. No? Newton's third law. There is no such small or big deed or action whose reaction one has not to face. The karmic disorders due to deeds are the destroyers of healing systems. Hence, they themselves get healed when the ill effects of karma's deeds are over. Wonderfully mentioned by Agrawal sir here in this book. Okay, we are just a small glimpse on that to understand some elements, because in our practice some patients are usually come to for some complaints, and even after trying so many points, different therapies, different medicines, his disease is incurable. So understood these lines at that time. He might have some misdeeds in his past life, that because of that he's actually in the Vedas it is mentioned each and every disease is because of your past deeds. The chronic, especially chronic diseases. Acute ailments are just because of the acute deeds. That's what we have ate. We have ate 10 gulab jams today night. So tomorrow the reaction will come. You will suffer from some food poisoning or like that. Some misdeeds, it's a reactions. That is a disease in the form of disease. Now the next one is the sixth point is samvaya, togetherness. The inseparable property of the elements like earth, etc., with their energy attributes known as samvaya or togetherness. Means it's a functions and attributes, karma and guna, togetherness. That is a samvaya. Not any element is there which is not having its a karma, functions, or its a attributes, guna. Means attributes and functions are combinedly there. That is element. So that is togetherness is the one quality of every element. See, they have, for example, this samvaya is a continuous property as where ever there is a dravya element, there will be its attribute definitely. For example, curd, earthen pot, then cloth, thread, sticks, mat, water, cold. Means coldness cannot be separated from the water. Sticks cannot be separated from the mat. Thread cannot be separated from the cloth. If you will separate, then cloth will not remain a cloth. It will be teared cloth. Like that. So the union of samvaya, attributes and functions in a dravya element is like this. Now they have mentioned all the 10 elements. See, first, for example, akash or space is an element. Its function is a non-resistance and its attribute is sound. Thus, akash is the samvaya combination of its function and attribute. For example, second, vayu or air. Vayu is an element. Its function is a drying and its attribute is a touch. Thus, vayu is the samvaya or combination of the functions and its attributes. Similarly, with the all 10 elements they are mentioned. Okay. And in the last page, this is 51, identification of element. Again, the identification of element is on the basis of 6 points. Dravya, it's the elements, then guna, attribute, dravya guna, element with its attributes, then time of activity, place of activity, and purpose of activity. Okay, you can just read it out. It's the important points we have almost covered. Okay. So again, in short, we will revise the whole lecture. There are 6 components of Ayurveda, which are the first is the samvaya, common, then vishesha, the specific, the third is the guna, properties, fourth is the dravya, element, fifth is the karma, it's the functions, and 6 is the samvaya, the togetherness. Okay. Element we have seen there are 10 main elements which we are using for the treatment also. Then in functions we have 5 types of sub functions. That's utshepan, akunjanam, down, contraction, expansion, and multidirectional movement. Then the attributes, guna. We have seen 20 specific gunas, 20 specific attributes, and 10 common attributes. Okay, this is common and specific. And lastly, we have seen the samavaya, togetherness of all that. Okay. So yesterday's class we have remained one. We have completed this today's syllabus, the 3rd chapter. Now we will see some vertical, horizontal, and spiral meridians. So you know very nicely. Yesterday I have seen vertical and horizontal these meridians. What about somebody has some about spiral meridian? How to see in that chart?
So if you can just revise the vertical and horizontal meridian before we go to spiral. Few people may be knowing, so it's better if you revise it.
Okay. Okay, so vertical elements, do you know there are 10 elements, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the numbers, and we have we know that first is on this finger number 1, finger number 2, 3, 4, 5. This is all you know. So on index finger and on thumb, we have to see how is the dividation of these 10 elements. 0 is in the center. Okay. On the index finger, suppose 0 is in the center. Because 0 represents which element amongst 10?
Tama.
So Tama we the central front side center. Okay, this is Tama. In vertical meridians. So, do you have difficulty in plotting?
Please, everyone, mute yourself.
Do you have difficulty in plotting the vertical meridians on figures?
Yes, sir.
So along with plotting, it is very important to even know when to use vertical meridian, when to use horizontal meridian, and what is its importance of using. That is what we are not able to just yet grasp it.
No. It's not like that. See, if the basic idea is like this. Suppose you are having acidity. It's a common sense. Acidity. Burning in the throat, burning in this passage, food where goes the trachea, this esophagus, then stomach, burning in the abdomen. So it's a straight way, no? It's a straight way. Your disease, your symptoms are saying that you are having the trouble straight way. This is straight. So you can use the vertical meridians like that. It is, but this same disease can be treated with the horizontal meridian also. There is no problem as such, because the 10 elements are there in a horizontal meridian as well as they are in the vertical meridian, in the spiral meridian, according to your how you are diagnosing the patients, how you are looking to that patient, how you are taking its symptoms. If he is saying I am only having acidity and it starts from my burning in the throat, it goes like this and whole abdomen like that. It's a straight way. So you can choose vertical elements like that.
I got it,
If
sir. Like for example, now in this case of acidity, the Agni is more. But along your sedating Agni, what you have to tone. So that is again because Vayu is there, movement is there. you need
Yeah.
gel. So what element to use, how, means that still we are not able to grasp it.
Yeah, yes, correct. See, now at this stage, you just have to remember how to plot these meridians and where to plot these meridians and how to use these elements, 10 elements for particular type of disease. Now your understanding is wonderful. See, the acidity is basically fire, increased fire problem. Fire element is more. So we have to set it the fire. At the same time, means the fire is the third element. So third and fourth means pitta. Pitta is becoming fire and water. So third and fourth element you have to set it. At the same time, you have to increase the water. At the same time, you have to increase the water. Means what water should be increased, mean tonified, and fire should be sedated. But pitta combinedly, there are two elements: fire and water. So both should be sedated. And at the same time, then Prithvi, the next element is having all the qualities, na? All qualities. Next element is a Prithvi. So Prithvi should be increased, means tonified. So the acidity will go like.
So you mean to say fire will be sedation, but water will be sedation, and Prithvi will tone to clear
Yes.
acidity.
Yeah. It is like that. Means
So
combinedly.
Vayu is not into picture because that movement of acid is there in your gut, in your
Yeah.
vertical line.
It is according to the symptomatology of the patient. If patient is telling that I am suffering from this acidity, after so many means after taking my food, 1 hour after taking my food, if it is going, means it's even voice is coming. I think some different voice is coming. Yeah. So that acidity comes after 1 hour of eating. So according to that symptom, you have to set the elements and elements. Suppose it is 1 hour after the eating, means vayu is not there. Means almost jala, because of a jala tattva, jala element, water element, it's going down like that. After digestion happens in the stomach, then it's going below. Then acid comes like that. Immediately after eating some spicy food, immediately acidity is there. Then it's because of vayu only. Like that, you have to collect the symptoms of the patient, and accordingly the element will be sedated or tonified. So that is a very different part. You will, it's a very simple technique. You will understand in after 1, 2, 3 semesters. You can design your own protocol even, and each protocol is working with no problem there.
That is why we are finding this problem, sir, because when I am doing acidity cases with Vayu sedation, sorry, Agni sedation, then gel also sedate, then what to do next? Because we are still, I understand we are at level 1 yet, but we are little in hurry to treat.
Okay. Actually, next element contains all the elements and qualities. So if pitta has to be sedated, next both elements you can increase. Like, so there is a next element is a Prithvi, and Prithvi means this earth, and after earth which element comes?
Kaal will come. Kaal.
Yes.
Kaal.
Kaal is 6 number.
Yes, 6 number is a Kaal, 7 number is a direction. So you can,
The voice not clear.
yeah, you can give to that acidity, you can just give to the direction, or you according to Kaal, means if patient is saying that after 1 hour of taking food I am suffering from acidity, so you can act on a Kaal element also, no? Take the Kaal element in that also, like that. So Kaal has to be sedated again. Prithvi has to be tonified, Kaal has to be tonified, and Jala and Agni has to be sedated. Like that. Next element you have to take. If you have sedated already previous element, then next element should be tonified. It is general formula. It's not necessary in every formula, not necessary in every protocol, but generally it is defined. Next element. Suppose you have tonified first 2 elements, water and what this
Agni and water.
Agni and water you have tonified. Then sedate the Prithvi and next elements like that. Next or previous one means it depends on symptomatology. How you are taking the symptomatology of the patient. It depends on that. Okay, you
A little
understand?
more reading will help us.
Yeah.
Because here we are stuck a little.
And you just see those protocol book. Now, I don't know in your, I think, yeah, it is given in the treatment handbooks 1 and 2. Ayurvedic Acupressure Treatment Handbook 1 and 2. You don't have that books.
No, sir.
You are in a second semester, no?
Yes,
We've
sir.
got only 4 books. Charak 1, Charak 3, Acupressure It 7, and one small booklet of, I think, 1 point.
That is one single point.
Single point treatment. That's
Okay.
if you can prescribe us some books that you can get these books, we can call from Sansan, because this will help us to start treating, because we are already a therapist. And now
Yes.
Ayurvedic acupressure is very interesting. So we want to try, but we are stuck.
Yeah. But you just have to wait, I think, for third semester. Let it be covered. Fourth semester. You will treat in due course, no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So about spiral meridian, you want to know spiral meridians? That chart, or next we will see long vertical meridians. Do you know long vertical meridians? How to define long vertical meridians? We'll see this in 5 minutes, next 5 minutes.
Is it on the wrist, sir?
Yeah, it is in your syllabus. Long vertical.
No. Is it on the wrist?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Now you just open.
It is from 0 to 9, sir.
Yeah, correct. 0, 9 becomes one big, means one long vertical meridian. 0 to 9. And how its arrangement is, do you know its arrangement? The numbering, the first number will be 0. Then
So towards the group 1, 4, 5, 8 towards
correct.
the group, and the other side will be 2, 3, 6, 7, and middle is 9.
Correct. Very good.
So please explain it.
See, there are 10 vertical meridians. You know 10 vertical meridians. So first long vertical meridian will be 0 by 9. It is called as a 0. There are 5 long vertical meridians. First, it will start from 0. It will go up and it will go backside, and it will end at 9th meridian base point. Like this is the 0 by 9 vertical meridian. 0 by 9. There are 5 long vertical meridians. 0 by 9. Why we are calling it as a 0 by 9? Because 0 vertical meridian has a 5 points. That is, first is at the first, then second in the middle of first and second line, and this pitta joint is having third point, the second point, and third point in between both the lines. This means one point, and the fourth point is there on the first phalange, second phalange, third phalange, like that. You have seen diagram anywhere. This I am having this treatment handbook number 2. So on that 11 number page is having the same diagram actually. I think in Bharadwaj you must get this. No, it's not there. Long vertical meridian. So you must have to take this book, the Ayurvedic Acupressure Treatment Handbook number 2. You have to get this. Then only
Sir,
you
will we get this book in any of the semester, like later?
Yeah. Do you know this Acupressure Treatment Handbook number 1? Do you have this? No. Treatment
Yes, sir.
Yeah, even in treatment handbook number 1, it is mentioned on 5th number page, 5 number page, 10 vertical meridians, then horizontal meridians, everything is given there.
So on Charak book number behind, there are few books. So can you tell which book so that we can ask for?
Yeah. Treatment handbook number, no.
There are no numbers.
No, different books are there. That is about the book they have mentioned on my book.
So please put on the chat.
Yeah, no problem. I will mention some different books. So there are 5 long vertical meridians. One is 0 by 9. Second is 1 by 8. Backside, it's 8th vertical meridian. Na?
Yeah.
1 by 8. Then third is a 4 by 5. 4 by 5, backside 5. Then fourth is a 2 by 7. 2 by 7. And fifth is 3 by 6. These are the long vertical meridians. Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. These are the divisions of the body. From some patients are having symptoms here on the front side and the back side. So we can use this meridian 0 by 9. Only one meridian in 10 points covered whole body structures, front side as well as back side. Otherwise, what we have to do? Then number of the magnets will be increased. Like you have to take the 0 number vertical meridian. At the same time, you have to take the 9 number vertical meridian. So 10 magnets here and 10 magnets at the back side. It will increase the number of the magnets, 10 and 10, 20 magnets. So better we have to use 0 by 9 number. So the magnets number will be decreased. So there are 5 long vertical meridians. That is 0 by 9, 1 by 8, 4 by 5, 2 by 7, and 3 by 6. These are the 5 long vertical meridians which cover that particular part of the body. Correct? If somebody is having pain on only left side. So which meridian is useful? Left side of the body. Left side structure. So 1 by 8 or 4 by 5 is useful. Correct? On the right side of the part, 2 by 7 or 3 by 6. It is useful. That is according to the patient's symptoms. On which part patient is having symptom, that meridian you have to take for the treatment. Okay. Now we will see in short the regional long vertical meridians. Regional long vertical meridians. That is region wise. There are 2 sets of 5 meridians. Regional long vertical meridians. Now you can see the same vertical meridians diagram. You will come to know. First of all, you have to pair 0 vertical meridian with the first vertical meridian. 0 by 1 means somebody is having left side, means this side pain only middle part, means center to periphery or center to middle of the periphery. So we have to take 0 by 1 means from 0 it will start meridian and from at the first meridian last point. Correct? Regional long vertical meridian. Don't understand? See, you can see the vertical meridian here. 0 is at the center and 1 is just near to it. Correct? So
Yes,
it will
sir.
begin from the 0 meridian. Your meridian starts from the 0 point of 0. Then it will go up and cover the first meridians. The 0 point of the first meridian, it will be last point of that 0 by 1. Correct?
Means that zone.
That zone. Correct. Now 0 can be paired with the second point. Second means second meridian, 2 number. 0 by 2. This is also paired. Na? 0 by 1 is a 1 pair. This covers this one area. Then 0 by 2. This covers the second area.
Okay,
Then,
so it means like the 0.0 of 2 becomes 9 if we combine 0 and 2.
yeah, correct.
0 of the 2 VM becomes 9. If we
Yes,
combine.
correct.
Okay, I got
Correct.
it.
Yes. 0 by 1 is a 1 meridian, one regional long vertical meridian, and 0 by 2 is the second long vertical meridian. Correct? Likewise, if you will come to the next meridian, 4 can be paired with the 5. 4 vertical meridian can be paired with the 5th vertical meridian. So 4 by 5 is one set. Then 3 by 6 is another set. 3 by 6. Correct?
Means 4 set will be there.
Yeah. No, 5 sets will be there. 5 sets. This is a set number 1 is a 5 and set number 2 is a 5. See, in the set number 1, I will tell you 5 long regional long vertical meridians. You just remember 0 by 1 becomes 1, 4 by 5 becomes 2, then 8 by 9 becomes 3, 2 by 3 becomes 4th, and 6 by 7 becomes 5th. This is set number 1. Now just opposite, set number 2. There are also 5 sets. See, 0 by 2 is the first, then 3 by 6 is the second, then 7 by 9 is third, 1 by 4th is 4, and 5 by 8 becomes 5th. Correct? These are the regional long vertical meridians, different region wise, body region wise.
So if you can plot on the finger next time and show us, it will be really more practical, or some diagrammatic representation, because verbally,
Yes,
but pictorial will make us concept more clear.
yeah, definitely. What I will do next time in practical session, or meanwhile we will have some practical session. In that I will be showing by plotting the diagram. I will share my screen, and through I will plot. You can understand that very easily. Okay.
Also,
Okay.
you
So
can.
it's a 6:30 already. Next teacher is waiting, I think. So thank you very much, all of you.
Thank
Any
you. Sir, one
difficulty?
more,
You can
sir, one more thing, sir.
What?
Sir, one more thing.
Yeah.
Sir, like instead of buying so many books, so if some a very important page or information, can you just screenshot and give us?
Definitely, sure.
That would also
I will.
help, sir.
Yes. I will surely. Whole book only. I will surely
No,
share with you all the
no need
diagrams.
of whole book, because sir,
Yes.
we won't get so much time to read that book also. So that we have to just clear our
Yeah.
concepts. Is better. It just
Whatever I took, na, all the pictures I will send in our group. No problem.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.